Yeah, let's do it.
All right, yeah, we're here with another Fashionable Frequency interview. We're here with KJ, the designer of Villionaire. Man, how you doing today?
Good, good. How about yourself?
I can't complain, man. It's just another day, another dollar, I guess. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is different from the setups that I'm usually at. We're here in a shop down in Little Five Points. Could you tell us where we are?
Yeah. We in Pop Basil Art Gallery. You know what I'm saying? This is a store right off of 1130 Euclid Avenue, Little 5 Points. This is a store of Pop. I'm not sure if people are familiar with Rap Snacks, but he created the logo for Rap Snacks.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
He has a lot of the flower print that they may see within the store. It's his newest brand. It's Everything Grows in Atlanta, and he allowed me to be a part of the store, so I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. So how long have you been setting up shop here?
It's been coming up about like 4 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And do you usually set up in boutiques, or how do you usually go about like getting the word out with your brand? Is it like pop-up shops? How do you go
Yeah,
about?
so a lot of the time it is I do like pop-up events. Those have been very helpful. Before I was just like, handing out cards or, just trying to meet people that I seen that were fashionable to me, that way I can, spread the word around. But doing the pop-ups, they've been tremendous help. That's how I got in the store. So I definitely recommend doing pop-ups to anyone who's like within the clothing brand space. Yeah. Definitely the pop-ups.
Word. We appreciate that tip, especially for those looking to start their own brand.
Word.
But let's talk about your brand, Villionaire. Could you tell us the meaning behind it and what it represents?
Yeah, so the word millionaire, I use that as currency of the mind. So I push physical, mental, and emotional wealth through the brand. So that is whatever anyone's trying to go, trying to be, whatever they want to do in this life, to have the mindset of, like millionaires and billionaires, they got to take care of themselves physically, mentally, emotionally to be able to get done, with, their task or what they got to do for the day or the job. So I just kind of translated that and took the first letter off. Oh, yeah. I took the first letter off and I put a V. So the V stands for the vision to have that. So that's where it comes into the currency of the mind in order to get to where you want to go. So I just try to sometimes I put like some inspirational messages like within this piece here. It says the future is yours on like the bottom of the hoodie. Just something that's simple.
So
Yeah, for sure.
so people can see it.
So this is a hoodie right here. It's got the vision, you know what I'm saying? The V right there on it.
I like that it has like the crop feel where
Yeah.
you cut off the hem.
Yeah, and then we put the puff print on the sleeves, you know what I'm saying? Give it a little bit of a feel to it. And it's our world tour hoodie. So a lot of times, sometimes I may put like inspirational messages, of course. And then there's some things that relate back to me as the creator of the merch. So these cities that you see on here, these are all cities that I want to travel before, my time is up on, this earth. So I've already completed 2 of the list. So now I did New York and I did Los Angeles. I did New York recently, which was amazing. I have to now do Tokyo, Paris, Santorini, and London. So it's, they may see the cities and, but for me, I know like, the backdrop of why I put these cities on here. And then it also comes with the sweatpants as well as a set. The flare sweatpants with the stars on the side.
You gotta get the stars.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty dope. And it's right on the seam too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stand in front of the camera.
You good.
That's super dope.
Thank you. Yeah, and so like the pieces that you do see here that have like the light blues within them. So that's part of like I themed the winter collection around the spiritual. So if a lot of people who are in the spiritual world, they'll know about the evil eye. It's like a symbol of like protection for anyone who gives you like an envious or like a hating or hateful like type of look, or like a jealousy, envious type of thing. So I just kind of incorporated that with this winter collection, and then this message says wish upon a star when you see one. So I feel like everyone has their own talent. Everyone has their own purpose of why they're here, you know, and they're a star in their own way. So that's what made me come up with this design here. And it incorporates, if you can tell, the 3 stars that you've seen on the sweatpants. So that way you can mix and match the pieces for the winter collection.
I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can dibble and dabble in anything, and it all pops out Villionaire. No, absolutely. That's dope, man. So you were talking about having that mindset of someone who has attained millions or billions. What have you implemented in your lifestyle that has set you apart from being, like, getting closer to that goal?
Oh, man. I can tell you, for one thing, eating. Eating habits, a lot of people don't think that that's important. That is very important. Like, someone could look good on the outside, but what you feed yourself on the inside, it matters just as much. So eating habits, physical is part of that aspect. As far as me working out, keeping my body in shape, keeping my body moving, trying to keep myself in the right condition to be able to get all the things done that I want to do for the brand, and not only for the brand but for myself. And also taking care of my spiritual. So I've been getting back into my journey. I grew up in a Christian church, a Baptist church. So I was going to church when I was little. But as I grew to about, I want to say like 16, I kind of had like a moment of I kind of like got away from it a little bit. So here recently, I've been going back and getting back into my study and get back into the Word, so that way I can, you know, get closer to God and, you know, talk with Him on a level of not just, you know, talking to Him like, oh, when I need something, but talking to Him like as if He's one of my friends, you know, like as if He's someone like my therapist in a sense. So those have been some things I've implemented.
No, absolutely, man. I'm glad to hear that for sure.
Thank you.
And I hope some of the people listening follow through. And you know, if you aren't where you want to be, it's not necessarily because you're doing the wrong thing. Just stay consistent. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. So yeah, no, 100%. And to stay on topic, I feel like you're still dripped out in some of your Villionaire drip. You know what I'm saying? So could you describe the fit for us?
Okay, so I mean the fit is a little bit. It's kind of a I don't know. So recently, it's gonna sound funny, but when I got my new pack of tank tops for, I was like, you know what? Let me just try to keep doing fits that kind of theme around the tank top. I don't know why. So this was something this morning that I knew I wanted to wear. I just got these pants from a thrift store, and so I was like, let me try to theme something with these. I've had this here piece for about like 2 years. This one piece, bro. Like when I find something that I really like, nice, I try to take care of it. Yeah. And then the hat was literally, this is one of the first original hats from when I started the brand. This is one of the hats so I was like, let me go like a little bit of a vintage or throwback in the sense of my brand, the piece that I have here, and then just like a baggy look with the tank top. I was like, let me keep it around the theme of the tank top. So that's what I went with that today.
Okay, cool. And I know we're in March, which is kind of leading into spring, but I'm getting like fall vibes and like neutral colors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope. And I don't know if we discussed, but how long have you been, you know, working on your brand?
So my brand, I started it back in 2021. Okay. So that was, for me, it was kind of like post-COVID in a sense. I knew I needed to find something that allowed me to make money without having to make sure that so within that COVID time, it kind of had me worried in the sense of like jobs, like the scarcity of jobs at the time. So I wanted to do something that I know I could, make money from, but something that kept me passionate, something that kept me wanting to get up and keep creating or keep being inspired. And so I also have like a thing of like, I try to tell people to keep like the kid inside them. Keep that inner child. Keep that inner child alive. Keep that inner child creating and imagining things that, you know, that maybe have been done, but or ways that you can innovate it or make it better, you know. So that's really where that came from.
No, absolutely. So from 2021 to 2024, like what are you most proud of in terms of like growing your brand?
I would honestly say what it has done for the people that put it on, the individuals that I've seen when they like it and when they notice it and they want it, they're like very intrigued by it. Once I explain the meaning behind it. So it's more of the meaning that captures them than the clothing itself. Right. And then they're like, okay, it draws them in more. And also for my mother. So for my mother, it's now allowed her, because at the time I had a friend that I worked with and I wanted her to help me do the printing and the pressing for shirts at the time. It got to a point where things didn't work out how they were supposed to. So then I talked with my brother over the situation, you know, just go to your parents about certain things in life. So I wanted her about the situation, and she instantly was like, hey, bring it to me. I'll do it. Let's do it. And ever since, like, there's been pieces that people don't even know, like my mother's made them herself. And so like it's allowed her to not only create my work, she now goes and she prints t-shirts for other people. So she's pretty much formed her own business from just that. So that right there
started a family business.
Yeah. So it means a lot, bro. That's like the biggest thing for me. Yeah.
No, absolutely. What is one piece of advice you have, not necessarily for anybody that wants to be a designer, just for someone looking for, I can't even say guidance, but just like one piece that you would leave with someone?
I honestly would have to say, no matter the situation, there's always better. There's always more to come. And that's something truly that I just picked up through a reading. I was reading a book. It's called If You Want to Walk on Water, You Got to Get Out the Boat. And within that book, it was a lady that had a fork. Like when she was about to pass, and through like I think it's like a cancer, but she called her pastor and said that she wanted to be buried with a fork. So it was something where it was like, after the church meals, they would always tell her, like, after the dinner selection of the meal, that, hey, you can keep your fork. And it was like, for her, it was something she was like, she always knew that there was something more to come, which was like the dessert, you know. So that way it always meant something to her, because they were like, always keep the fork. So she was like, when she's buried and or when she's about to get, you know, buried, or when they have her funeral, to place the fork in her hand, so people will question, why does she have a fork? And so then when the pastor explained that, she always said that there's better to come. So like within that, I would always want to tell someone now that, like, hey, there's better to come. You may go through this trial, this tribulation. You may feel like things are getting tough, but just know there's better to come.
Oh, yeah. It's brighter the further you walk down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's dope. I really appreciated learning about, you know, the mindset of a billionaire, and I even seeing the brand in person, because this is my first time being at the shop, for sure. I appreciate you, KJ.
Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. This has been an opportunity of a lifetime for me. Like I said, this is my first interview, in a sense of like having someone interview me, you know. I've done, you know, a thing where I've had someone, you know, film me before, but like to actually have an interview, this is my first one. And it's an amazing opportunity. I thank you for that.
No, bro, I appreciate that. And, you know, we can't wait to see you bring these pieces and potentially more to fashionable frequency, man. It's gonna be live, you know, for sure.
Make sure y'all stop by.
No, got to, man. All right, until next time. Peace.
All right.